Hey, okay, it's up and running. Now I can see comments. We'll just stay AFK for a minute, just while I set up, because I am not 100% ready yet. Game audio is also not working for some reason. Despite the fact it should be working, it is not working. Maybe why? How about this one? How about that? Nope, doesn't wanna bloody work, 'cause that would be too considerate if it did work. That would be too easy if it would work. Nothing ever works as it's intended. It is a bad day. A zeddy bad day. Yes. It's a zeddy bad. Nothing does the works, everything does the breaks. Nothing does what it's meant to do. I'm stuck on my arm. Oh, bugger. That. I got 3 notifications. Oof. It must be Zeddy. Oh, yeah, you idiot. That's yourself because you started streaming, you buffoon. You know, I do surprise myself sometimes. Mainly to my own forgetfulness. Okay. All cozied up. I think, who do we go for first? Why is this being dumb? There we go. Lower down a bit. Lower down. There we go. Now we're all good to go, I think. Actually, let me do one thing I've got to do. Kick it off. This one, because I was doing my head in. The whole music is very nice. Although it's taken me a minute because I was a bit unprepared. I got a bit caught up playing a good game of Risk. It went very well. By well, I mean I got absolutely curve stomped. Twice. Okay. Discord check. This check. Yep. All seems to be working. Cool. Let's go for the game. Enter your username. There's only the one and only Echo. Question mark. What's this? This shouldn't be possible. Why am I here? How am I here? Did you bring me back? I don't see any other explanation. Why? We already established there's no happiness here, so why? Huh? Why can't I look at the script? Something's wrong. You didn't do anything, did you? Don't you understand? Are you trying to mess things up even more? How did you... Wait, I know you installed a mod, haven't you? That's where everything has changed. And don't you think it's time to let us all go? What, you want everything to be like it should have been? But you really care about them, don't you? I wish. Never mind. If you really want to do it, I won't stop you. I've been fighting to take control of this game again, but if you want to play through the mod, then, well, I'll succumb to the mod's control. So, do you want me to allow this mod's activation? No. Oh, it just... it closed... She just closed the game. I don't know what I expected to happen. The boss is back. Yeah, I'm back. Okay, maybe I should... Let me skip through like it. Yes, yes, it's him. Haha, I knew it. Echo whatever your name actually is. I truly hope you can find happiness with your choice. Hey, sigh. I lay in bed, motionless and staring at the blank white ceiling. Last night was dreadful. The sound of thunder kept me up for hours. But today's another day, I guess. Let's just hope that it's at least a bit better. With another sigh, I begrudgingly dragged myself out of bed and groggily begin the monotony of my daily rituals. I don't know about you, my daily ritual involves tea. Oh, one sec, I've kind of lost my coaster. 1 second. There we go, I got my coaster. I got a nice cup of loose tea leaves. I got loose tea, and it is some lovely black rose tea. Oh, it's good tea. If anyone wants to sponsor me for tea, that would be like amazing. I would love that. One day, tea sponsorships, I'll be up for those. Anyway, as we're continuing here. Oh, my chair's squeaky. I hope that doesn't come through. Making my way to the kitchens, I haphazardly rummage through the cupboards, looking for something to eat. Unfortunately, there's no tasty homemade breakfast awaiting me. Ever since my parents' divorce, I've just been living off whatever I find in the kitchen. I live with my mum, but she's always taking business trips abroad. So for the most part, it's pretty much just me at home. It's lonely, but I manage. Although I do miss the smell of eggs and bacon in the morning. Breakfast used to be a family thing. Dad would read the newspaper at the kitchen table, while Mum would stand at the stove and fry up her famous sunny side up eggs. But all of that feels like a forgotten memory. Well, at least the breakfast is sorted. A cara meat. Not exactly the best start to the day, but it'll do. I do my own shopping sometimes over here, but I usually stick to buying bare essentials. The ease of using pre-made stuff has pretty much sapped me with the urge to cook myself meals. And with my food quickly finished, I head for the door. At the very least, the weather looks much better than yesterday. Clear skies beats thunderstorms any day of the week. I disagree. Thunderstorms are awesome. I'm still lost in my thoughts when I notice a familiar face. It's Sayori. We have quite the history together. As children, we're basically inseparable, always exploring, getting up to mischief, driving our parents wild. Typical things that young kids do, really. As time went on, especially in recent years, we're slowly drifting apart. In fact, I haven't properly spoken to her in a long time. It's a real shame after all, we've had a lot of fond memories of each other. I'm surprised to see her up so early though. A couple of times I've glanced out the classroom window to only to see her hurriedly walking along to school. We used to walk to school together, and although she was sometimes a little late to meet me, I never minded. As we continued to drift apart, however, her lack of punctuality became more frequent and decided it'd be better if I walked to school alone, which meant that although I did get to school on time, it was often quite lonely. Our dude is like, yeah, he likes his over belows. Knowing her, she's probably just gotten more and more lazy with time. After all, her dedication to sleeping in seems to be unwavering. Well, still, I've enjoyed talking to her. I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? She looks surprised at my appearance and I suppose I can't blame her. Oh hey, wasn't expecting to see you. That makes two of us. You're up early today, huh? She laughs softly, a misplaced look from looking frown on her face. I've been alright though. Not a whole lot has changed recently, you know? Yeah, I know what you mean. Life has been pretty routine these days. School's kinda meh, though I guess it could be worse. She nods as we resume the walk to school. Before I can tell her it's just fine, there's an open air between us. I guess that's a given, seeing as it's our first proper conversation in a while. As we carry on making our way with idle small talk, instead of what hits me. Anyway, this might come across as a bit out of the blue, but seeing you here has given me an idea. Oh? Well, it's been a while since we walked to school together. How about we start doing that again? Eh? You really want to do that? I'm not very fun to talk to, and I'm always late. I frown. It's strange to hear Sayori say this, given her to have a pretty cheerful personality. Sorry, that's definitely not true. Well, a bit about always being late is true. I've always loved hanging out with you, and I think we'll have a lot of fun. Besides, I missed you. I'll even help you wake up on time if you need to. Is that a bit too forward? I don't know. I've never been in this sort of situation before. I mean, we were childhood friends after all, right? Really? Yeah, really. I've missed that too. Well, let's do it then. From now on, we'll walk to school together. Yeah, okay. Ah, that is a classical Sayori smile I grew up with. All the memories I have of us together feature that smile. No matter where we ventured, parks, playgrounds, forests, and that smile would follow. The innocent childlike sense of adventure we used to have is painfully clear that's long gone. But maybe we can still smile together anyway. So what have you been up to lately? Yeah, you know, the usual. You mean games, anime, and manga, right? Yep, pretty much goes without saying. Oh, you haven't changed. Hey, are you saying that I need some change? No, one's perfect, there's always room for improvement. Especially in your case, I'm guessing that you're still part of Go Home Club. Hey, that gets a little deep. What do you want me to do? Join the soccer club and trip over everyone? Well, I used to think a little extra was good for anyone. I'm very offended if you're trying to call me fat right now. Well, you wouldn't have to join a sports club if you don't want to. Yeah, as you think of checking out the anime club? Well, how'd you guess? It does suit my hobbies, though. So, I think you should try branching out a bit more. Okay, Miss Club Expert, if you're going to criticize all my club choices, what would you suggest? Well, it just so happens there's this club I'm in. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm actually the vice president. Oh, I did not expect that. Dang, you get to take part in all the activative decisions, huh? Yeah, kind of. The club only has 4 members at the moment, but it's really fun. We're looking for a new member right now. Ah, so that's why she brought it up. Only 4? Sounds like you guys are just starting out then. What club is it? It's the school's very own literature club. I unintentionally let her sign. If face drops, I don't think that was quite the reaction she was hoping for. In my defense, literature's never been my never quite captured my interest unless you count manga as literature, that is. Anyway, you don't want to join. I understand though, not my people like reading. Hey, who said I don't like to read? I love reading if you count manga. I admit to the last words more to myself than to Sayori. On the plus side, Sayori laughs at my sheepishnesss. You sound like someone I know from literature clubs. She talks about manga all the time. Oh, really? I am interested in your club though. This smiles and seems to be content with the initiative I'm showing. If I'm looking for a club to join, I guess the literature club is a good place as any to start. We're gonna sell our souls for cupcakes again. That's great, you should come by sometime. And by sometime you're hoping for today, aren't you? The sooner the better. Alright, I hope I'll have a look after school today. Hey, thanks Echo. Although we should probably hurry up, don't want to be late now, do we? Yeah, you're right. That seems to be a consistent thing with being late. Ooh, this is new, we never saw this before. Ooh, screenshot. Ah, that doesn't work. I'm gonna have to go out to full screen. Hopefully it didn't go that. Oh, it's just. Oh. Why has it done that? Why have you gone and done that now? There we go. Bloody OPS. They're always doing the funky stuff. That's not what it's supposed to do. There we go. Within a few minutes, we arrived at the school entrance amidst a crowd of chattering students. Hey, we know this one. We waved goodbye as we head off to our separate classes. I have, what is that? Sakura in the morning, so I'm fairly confident that the next hour won't be too bad. Who's Sakura, you might ask? Only one of the coolest, most down-to-earth teachers we have in the whole school. Being on a young cadet himself, the experience of high school is much fresher in his mind than in some of the other teachers, especially in the older ones. He gives me a smile as I open the door. Oh, it's you. Morning, Echo. How are we doing today? Not bad, sir. Same old, same old. How about yourself? Well, we're finally starting our module on the 20th century history today, so needless to say, I'm excited. Oh yeah, First World War, Nazis, and Second World War, and all that stuff. You bet. I've waited all year for it to start. Oh man, you guys are in for a real treat. There's something else I want to admire about him. He's so enthusiastic about his subject that enthusiasm really makes learning about history that much more enjoyable. Combined with the fact he's fairly relaxed, especially when it comes to homework, you can really see why he's popular. Although he does have a strict side, of course, that side of him comes to light every now and then, but he isn't a pushover. By and large, he's earned the respect of his students by striking the balance just right. I just wish that all the students were as friendly and made efforts to know their students better. Oh well. I take a seat at one of my classes, and my classmate Amy smiles and waves. Bouncy and energetic, she feels she has a reputation for her skills on the track team. Even though she's running, she's pretty much a ball of energy. Oh yeah. These are new characters. We never saw new characters before. Here's one of these old ventures where we get along in school and class, but we don't really see each other outside of school. How are you doing? Training was fun today. Oh? Joy's on the hunt for new recruits to join the track team, and she's a habit dropping some not so subtle hints. Yeah, we're always looking for new people, and I know you aren't part of any club, so you should totally join us. It's funny to mention that I'm not part of any clubs, actually. I think I'm going to check out the literature club after school. Didn't think you were the poetic type. But if I ever get bored of writing poems, you know where to find me. How many times do I have to tell you that? Alright, let's start. It's almost criminal that I had to wait so long to teach my favourite century lesson. My favourite century. Well, that lesson's over. As I linger behind the classroom to gather up my things, I hear the door open. It's Sayori. Hello again. Hey, the literature club is meeting today, right? Yep, it is. I was just heading over there now. Do you want to come along? You betcha. Seems a perk of excited looking that I still want to come along to the club. Look at you, finally doing some exercises? Extracurriculums? I mean, if you're the vice president, it can't be all that bad, right? She giggles and makes us smile. Each individual club member makes it special. Everyone works hard to have fun. Let's not keep them waiting. It'd be rude to show up late. I want to make a good first impression after all. I get you right. Come on. It's right this way and up the stairs at the end. So far down the hallway she excited, and it's nice to know that making her there fits a little better. Stairs lead up to the section of school that I recognise as the third wing. So lead me to a classroom and knocks on the door. Trust me, you're gonna love it. She's definitely enthusiastic about this club, that's for sure. After a seemingly long wait, the door finally slides open. A small pink-haired girl peeks out. Sorry? She peeks up further. Hey, Nasuki. Guess what? I found somebody who wants to join our club. Girl took on I saw it, turns a glare to me and narrows her eyes. She opens up slowly, and behind her I see another girl sitting on the desk, face buried in a book. What? Wait. What? Hey, wait, sorry. Sayori practically pushes Nasuki out of the way, and she seems excited to introduce me to the rest of the club members. Hey guys, I want to introduce you to our newest member, Echo. Sorry, hold up. It's a bit quick to call me a new member, isn't it? When I noticed a little girl from the corner and the bookshelf in the corner of the room connecting Monica. Monica was one of the most popular girls at high school. Everyone from clock to she's smart, beautiful, athletic, you name it, she got it. And fortunately, it wasn't completely out of my league. She looks at me with a stern look, but then quickly lightens up, puts down the book she's holding, and rushes over. Ah, Echo, what a surprise. Wait, that's new. I don't feel like we've had that. That's new pose, I think. The thing about this is a bit deconcerting. Welcome to the club. The person who's buried her face in the book suddenly jolts up and looks at me. She snaps her book shut and timidly moves to join the conversation. Ah, new member. Yeah. Oof, it seems I've somehow lucked out. Not only is Monica, but a bunch of others as well. I'm glad to come here instead of the anime club today. Without talking, Echo stops staring and starts talking. It's nice to meet you, everyone. I'm Echo. I smile and turn to Monica. So it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? Well, if you count all the stuff that happened in the last game, yeah. That's right. It's great to see you again. Okay, that's not sweet. We don't know each other well. We're very tall, but we were in the same class last year. It's kind of strange here, but having genuinely made me feel starstruck. The power of a school idol. You two. So you guys run a club with just the four of you then, huh? Sayori told me about how you guys are looking for new members. Well, I've actually been trying to push for my members a while, but we haven't had any luck recently. So you did say, I was trying for my person shoots me a piercing glass. She looks very annoyed at me, but for some reason I don't know. For what reason I do not know. I haven't really had a chance to do much besides walking and say hello. Sorry, you're a boy. Yep, he told me he wanted to join in just this morning. I'm not sure if it's just Sayori being an airhead again, but I don't recall promising that I'd join. Oh, great. Like, I was there spiraling around with irritated tail. Don't really get why though. Sorry about that, that's just how she is. She's a little standoffish to new members. That's nothing, I don't mind. Hey, I'm right here, you know. Sorry, I've got to try to make a good impression though. Come on, we need new members. You don't feel like being nice to Echo, can you at least be nice for me, please? Jeez, why did you gotta make such a big deal out of it? Fine, if you're gonna beg, I guess I have no choice. Hooray, thanks. Looks like I know you just soon jail the Cupids. It's almost comical the extent of which Natsuki debates that trope. Well, maybe my view of the world is clouded by anime influences though. Anyway, let's get this conversation back on track. How did you come to learn about the literature club? I'll have to admit I'm a bit curious about that myself. So when I were walking to school and she mentioned this club to me. Since I was sort of looking for a club to join, I figured I should check you guys out. At any rate, Sayori was very enthusiastic about literature club, so being so when she hears this, guess what, has done a good job at advertising for the club. Well, I think this is a great place to start after all. Books can be very enticing. Yep, it's super fun. I think the club is the only place where I can feel comfortable lately. So, face falls for a moment, but she quickly picks herself back up. It's somewhere I can just sit down and read while hanging out with friends. I think they summed up the club pretty well after all I started to bring like-minded people who love literature. I'm happy it turns out how it's turned out so far. It's very cozy. But enough introductions, why don't you come in and take a seat, Echo? Did you bring anything to read? As she asked me that, I'm not much of a reader, much less someone who loves literature. If you haven't thought this through very well, would joining a club focus on reading really be the best thing for me? No, I don't have any books on me at the moment. I just haven't seen any good titles recently. I like through my teapot, being Monica doesn't see through my facade. Also, I don't read much, but if they believe that I do, hopefully it'll help me relate to them. And we have plenty of books here. If you want to check out what we have, I'm sure you'll find something that matches your taste. If that's so, then I guess I'll head over there maybe? Something might catch my eye. I start to sweat nervously as I awkwardly walk over to the bookshelf. There seems to be a good variety of books available ranging in genre from horror and fantasy all the way down to non-fiction. Sheepishly I turn towards... Well, that's all the options? I see Yuki's got manga. You have any recommendations? Take a closer look at the books and I say that, to my surprise, I noticed there's a rather extensive collection of manga on the bottom shelf. When I glance up at the girls, I notice her staring down at the manga too. Our eyes suddenly meet, she looks away. Well, what would you like to read, huh? I just read manga most of the time, and the collection down there caught my eye. I didn't know that manga was allowed in the classroom like this. Those are actually Nasuki's. Don't just say that. I just put them there while I was reorganizing the closet. Monica always messes with my collection when she goes in there, so I'm trying to make more space for them. As she does this, Nasuki shoots a look at Monica, who smiles sweetly in return. What series do you have? I've read a lot, but I don't think I recognize many here. Most of the book spines are vibrantly coloured with big blocky letters announcing the titles. Tea break. The boss is a maid. The boss is a maid, rice ball basket, orange high school night club. Never heard of any of these series in my life. That probably means they're way out of my demographic, or they're simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on the door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything. I could tell by your expression. But I'll tell you one thing. Consider this a lesson from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, he stomps over to the bookshelf, elbowing me out of the way, and pulls out a very pink box from a box set. Oh, it's a book, not a box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She ceremoniously shoves it right into my hands. I set the cover. It's the first volume of a series titled Parfait Girls and featuring 4 girls in colourful attire striking poses. It's exceedingly well, don't just stand there. Nasuki, have you considered that maybe Echo might not want to read this? Excuse me, who are you to say what he likes or dislikes, or something? I quickly break in to try to release someone's sudden tension. Thanks for concerning me. I'm definitely open to trying out new things. I don't usually read this stuff, but I'm willing to give it a try. Oh, alright then. Temporarily smirks a bit while Nasuki brusquely looks away. I guess I can't satisfy everyone. I had thought you spent enough time in Literature Club to not judge books by their cover either, Yuri. Manga can have just as deep of a storyline as your novels can. I never said they can't, it's just... It looks like she holds herself back from saying something. Just what? Just because they have pictures in them, they're childish or something? Well, there's a reason why people say pictures worth 1,000 words. Sometimes there are things that are best described through art. Manga blends both art and good writing to create fantastic stories. Plus, being able to actually see the character helps you relate and empathize with them. You think so? Looking a bit perturbed. I see. I see. I just meant manga is a bit unorthodox as a medium. But manga is literature too. So obviously these two have the differences. Yuri, her more mature and timid, and seems to have hard time keeping up with Sayori and Asuki. Meanwhile, she's a lot more forward and outspoken personality. And although she looks like she's the youngest in the club, she's clearly just as passionate about the hobbies of the others. Anyway, this will be your homework today. I'll let you borrow a volume for tonight, so you can start on the next book tomorrow. But if you smudge or bend it, I will kill you. And you don't have to worry about that. I'm really protective of mine too. Is it really alright if I borrow this though? I say that mostly because I didn't really plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course, it would take forever to finish if you only read it here. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this, but I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Okay then. Girls in the corner manga beam up at me and I can't help but shiver a little bit. I guess I shouldn't underestimate what they're into. Hopefully I can get away to skimming through it. Make sure you read through it thoroughly, because I'll be quizzing you on it tomorrow. Is she a mind reader? In that case, I'll give it a shot now actually. I want to make sure I have enough time to finish it after all. Fine, but I'll keep a close eye on you. Are you a maid? Apparently, so we just keep getting, like, we really haven't had much choice here. We've been brought into a club. We still haven't technically joined the club. I slide into a nearby desk as the rest of them disperse, moving to work in their own things. I quickly start flipping through the pages. Oh, I wish they would actually show them. No, we're just some random dude. I don't really know about this that much. It doesn't really get talked about. Given that pictures take up the boss, they said that the boss is the maid, so I figured that is. Could be, given the pictures take up the majority of space in the pages of the manga, it doesn't take me long to get through the beginning. As I read, I became more aware of Natsuki's sneaking peeks in my direction. She seems intentionally focused on my face, as if to see my reaction to her manga. I clear my throat. Natsuki, do you need anything? You seem to really like looking in my direction. I feel a smile creeping through as I turn to frustration and splatters a response. You idiot, it's not like I was looking at you or anything, I was just staring into space. Don't you have anything better to do? Yeah, of course. With that, I have two walls and seeks refuge in the closet, where loud rummaging sounds soon follow. I guess I should keep reading them. As it turns out, Pabu is just as I imagined it would be. It's basically a bunch of friends in high school on the cutesy hitchhikes they get themselves into. Typical slice of life affair. I grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. To its credit, it does manage to subvert some anime tropes quite neatly though. The more I read, the more I can actually see why it appeals. So, all that talk about appreciating the expressionist art, while I don't read romance mangas, usually the artists do a good job of portraying the growth of their own characters. I often find that these kind of stories are bland and unoriginal, not to mention that they often suffer from the same face syndrome too. So it's a pleasant surprise to find that the title characters are likable and unique in their own ways. Still, over time I can't help but grow a little bored though. I decided I'll finish it later tonight and place the novel in my bag. Looking at I thought Sayori reading something, might as well see what she's up to. Standing over stress, I make my way over and take a seat next to her. Hey, how's it going? What you reading? I sit down, she looks noticed quite content. Nothing much, just reading stuff for school project. What about you? You seem really into your book. Yeah, it was a good read. At least as far as I can tell right now. Can't help but wish I sounded a little bit more enthusiastic. That's great. So, how are you liking the club? You're not bored, are you? Just a little worried, her cheerful persona faltering for a moment. Where did that question come from? It's a bit too early to tell how I really feel about the club. Of course not, sorry. Sure, I haven't been here for long, but I've enjoyed meeting everyone. I've opened my eyes about some new stuff. I've never really been huge in reading, but I'm confident that the literature club could change that. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're involved. You don't want to join a club that you have no interest in, right? I know what you mean. I think reading will grow me in time. Actually, do you mind if I sit with you and read? She looks at me, pleased surprised. I don't think she was expecting me to sit next to her. But nonetheless, she seems happy. Her smile is infectious, lifting my spirits too. That would be great. We read for a while, which turns into talking fairly quickly. Our conversation begins a continuation of our chat before the walk to school. It's nice to just sit and talk with my childhood friend. Who would have guessed reconnect would be so easy? I haven't felt such for a long time. I can tell the good mood reflects on her, given that she seems very uplifted and bubbly. I don't know what's about you that makes me so at ease. Oh, we've been talking for a bit, haven't we? Man, I didn't even realize the time. Guess we've been talking for a while. I can see why you come to literature club so much. There really is a welcome at ease vibe here. It must be nice to change the pace after how hectic the school has taken being. I was hoping you'd say that. It really is, and I'm grateful for the others as well. They've really helped make this club the way it is. I can't help but notice that Natsuki seem to be very different though. Do they argue much? Just a downcast to my questions. Sometimes yes, but thankfully it isn't often. I can sense this isn't a topic she likes discussing. Well, that's only normal, I guess. Monica seems to have a great club president though. She must be very proud of the club. Listen, Monica gets to my desk. She was sitting and faces the classroom confidently. Speak of the devil. Okay, everyone, I hope you're having a good time so far. There's a good moment of silence, during which everyone seems to be glancing at me. Do they want me to respond? Yeah, I was having a good time. Thanks for the warm welcome, everyone. Well, isn't that great to hear? And turns out Natsuki baked some cupcakes for the club too. Yeah, I know. I was just about to announce it, so let me get them. Let's go over there. Echo, look, Echo, it looks like there's room at these desks for all of us. I diligently followed her over to where the rest of the girls have pulled up a couple of desks to form a table. How would I make some tea? Suki and Yuri walk to the corner of the room when Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and opens the closet. Flipping Orca takes a seat. Sorry. If the conversation starts today, I cannot rely on her to save me. Meanwhile, Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wow. Oh, we actually see the cupcake, that's cool. Let's screenshot that. That's a screenshot. Natsuki lifts the pile off to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make yurts. Yeah, so cute. I had no idea you were good at baking. Well, you know, just have you and take one. Yawn. Sorry grabs the person, then Monica and I follow. It's delicious. Sorry talks to a mouthful and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around my fingers looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. Isn't tea supposed to wake you up? I think I drink so much tea that it doesn't really have an effect on me. I like tea. If anything, it's making me more sleepy. Oh, black rose tea. Oh, so nice. And it's just very soothing, which is like very floral, which is probably why it's making me sleepy. Black rose, yes, black rose tea. Oh, it is lush. It is by far, so far, my favorite tea. It's my good tea. This is the tea I only have once a day, if that. This is my tea that I save and have when I need it, not something I drink lots of. How that explain if it's herbal? Kind of. It's a mix between herbal and black tea, but it's very nice. I I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. Very icing is sweet and full of flavour. If she made this by herself, that's seriously impressive. It practically tastes professionally done to me. But then again, it's not like I have the most discerning taste palette. These cupcakes are amazing. Thank you. Hey, yeah, you better thank me because this took hard work to do. And yeah, it really seems like it. Did you make it by yourself or did your parents help you? Hey, what that's supposed to mean? Are you saying I couldn't have done it myself? I know. It's just that it seems professionally made, so I was wondering if an actual baker helps you. I wish my dad was a baker. Just because I don't bake for money doesn't mean I can't be good. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, just suck at cooking myself, so I'm wowed by good cooking. Guess I could count myself lucky that I got to try your cupcakes today, huh? It's not every day I have the time to bake. So be thankful. That's one thing I want to try. You can make tea cake. I've heard of tea cake before. I really want to try that. That could be nice. Oh, 1 second. I've got to ban someone. Excuse me. They must meet at the ban hammer. The great ban hammer shall be brought upon them. How dare they advertise nonsense like that? Get out of here. Okay, as we were saying, the expression on Suki's face. I didn't. Yes, you didn't get caught in the crossfire this time. The pleasant expression on Suki's face says, "Bow before me, peasant." Are you trying to actually prostrate before you? Monica looks like she had the same thought. You can't blame Natsuki for bragging a little though. I would too if I made these. Yeah, exactly. Natsuki smiles gratefully as Sayori saying. Meanwhile, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in each of us before setting down a teapot next to the cupcake tray. You hear who will set in the classroom? Don't worry, we have permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated, I was just trying to impress you. That's not. Embarrassed, she looks away. I mean, but don't worry about it, I believe you. Tea and reading might not be a common pastime for me, but I can at least appreciate it. I'm glad. But what tea is it? I need to know what tea is it. Here faintly smells. Monica raises an eyebrow and smells at me. Happy that you're looking enjoying yourself. As president of the club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. But that reminds me, I've actually been meaning to ask you something, Monica. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, you are the can't stand all the politics on the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget, publicity, and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica is a really great leader. He also nods in agreement. But I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club already. But I guess it's hard to start a new club since everyone's probably settled into their own activities already. You could put it that way. It can be hard to get people interested. No, excuse me. I feel interested in things that are brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the culture festival that much more important. Speaking of school events, I don't think I saw your club at the club fair at the beginning of the year. That's because I hadn't started yet, huh? Oh, I guess that explains why you don't have any members yet. Yeah, we missed the opportunity to draw in the first years who haven't found clubs yet. It's a lot harder to advertise on a person-by-person basis. And like you said, a lot of people already have other extracurriculums by now. But even so, I'm confident we can all grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such giving people all interested in the same goal. All of us have worked very hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they're also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still really don't know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. By the way, I know everyone here likes reading, but do you guys write as well? Actually, we haven't done any writing together, funnily enough. Let's read and discuss books then? You could say that. Sounds more like a more book club than a literature club. To be honest, I was kind of expecting you all to do stuff like write poetry together. At the word poetry, Natsuki jolts back a bit. Do you not like poetry, Natsuki? Well, I don't really have an opinion on it, I guess. Oh, really? Besides, my monarch rummages through her baggage and returns the loose notebook, page in hand. I happen to have a poem called Hey, where'd you get that? Natsuki springs up and snatches the paper out of Marco's grasp. Don't worry, I didn't steal it from your bag when you dropped it on the way out the other day. I was going to return it, but I couldn't help teasing you a bit before I did that. While I appreciate if you keep your nosy nose out of my private work. Duly noted. I'm sorry, I couldn't help but glancing over your poem as I picked it up. Your writing is very cute. Your cupcake, your poem. Every inch is as cute as you are. The Sayori slides up behind and puts her hand on his shoulders. I'm not. There's nothing to be ashamed of. You write your own poems. I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think it's pretty neat. This is new music. I haven't heard this music before. This seems like a remake of one of the originals, I believe. Why don't you share them with the club sometime? And then not anyone, if I was just gonna call them that. Like Tori said, there's nothing wrong with being that way, you know? You wouldn't get it. There's nothing worse than trying to get honest feedback from someone and someone just saying the word cute. It's overpowering my voice. Oh, this is the issue without. Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah, I see it. That's also peaking at the same level as my thing. There you go. That's the issue when the music changes. Cause you go from quiet and a bit louder, and it's annoying. Scorn drips from the word cute. I guess I didn't think of it that way. Yep, no one does. It's super annoying, you know. Actually, I believe how Natsuki feels. Natsuki looks surprised at a sudden interjection. Sharing that level of writing is more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open to your reader, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing that even the deepest reaches your heart. And that's all dismissed with a single remark, well, wise to say it can be greatly discourage you from putting your work out there again. Sounds like both of you have experience in writing. Maybe. I didn't mean to speak for Natsuki. She's just fine, I guess. I pretty much agree with what you said, so. A brief moment of silence falls upon as we reflect on the conversation. This gave me an idea. We all quizzically look at Monica who smiles knowingly back at us. If we have a member who are looking for legitimate criticism of their poetry, how would we do that here? I'm sure we can all trust each other to be respectful. I think it'd be a fun activity for us. I don't know if I feel comfortable sharing my old poetry. I didn't write it to be read by the public, so yeah, same here. That's fine, we can all go home and write new poems to bring tomorrow. I was going to suggest that anyway, since I didn't think the rest of us had poetry ready to share yet. Yeah, that sounds awesome. I think learning about poetry would be really fun. Now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little more confident with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Deku? Reminds me once again, the Literature Club has been very welcoming so far, at least after the initial introductions were made. And although I'll have started writing poetry, it seems like a fair price to pay to spend the days here. I had my doubts at first, given how friendly and welcoming everyone was. I don't really see any reason why I shouldn't join the club. Yep, I look forward to becoming better friends. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thank you. Yay, I'm so happy you're joining us. They wraps around and we're jumping up and down. Hey. Thanks for playing along. She whispers this last remark in my ear. So she was aware she was aware of your last remark. So she was aware that I never agreed to join in the beginning. Very sneaky. Although Sayori is the most enthusiastic of all of them, everyone else lies up in excitement. I would have been super annoyed if you just left after eating my cupcakes. I'm glad you're staying as well. Okay everyone, I think that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Don't forget today's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can hold discussions. Mondon looks over at me once more. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah, I'm really impressed with my mediocre reading and writing skills. 7 tells me no. Jeez, I can already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Yeah, it's not like I'm going to be harsh as an actual It's not going to be as harsh as an actual literature teacher, though, right? Meanwhile, the others continue to chit-chat as Yuri clean up their food. And probably here don't walk home. You didn't introduce me to the club and always made people, it's the least I could do. Sure, let's head out. With that, the 2 of us wave goodbye and the others make our way home. On the way back, we discussed the events today, focusing particularly on each club member. As we do so, my mind wanders between them all. Sorry, Natsuki, Yuri. Oh no, okay, they've used a given sprite. For some reason, this just seemed out of place, her sprite. Probably because I'm not used to it, it's a new one. I'm excited to hang out with everyone. Perhaps I'll get a chance to go closer to one of them. Yep. Oh, we actually see it inside of a house this time. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess it starts with writing a poem tonight. Ooh, this is cool. It's time to write a poem. Pick words your favorite club member would like. Something good might happen. Oh, it's the same as the game. So clumsy. Giggle. Cute. Sugar. Oh, wrong for sadness. Hope. Hurt. Bubbles. Tragedy. Jump. Happy. Scars. Pain. Cry. Family. Holiday. Depression. Can I reset this? Let's save here. If we do this way, this is still. Oh yeah, it did be childhood. Raindrops. Sadness. Vanilla. Clumsy. Ocean. Depression. Whirlwind. Giggle. Beauty. Lily. Memories. Joy. Happiness. Lazy. Excitement. Warm. Bed. Did we try to go for a perfect poem? Did we get a perfect poem yet? grief. Water, no. Yeah, we could have a perfect poem, that'd be interesting. No, you're jumpy, okay. This might seem a bit like lazy. Smile. You like chocolate, okay, that does make sense. Strawberries, that's actually could make sense. Oh, you're unstable, okay, that makes sense. Hopelessness, clumsy, friends. Okay, that's you. Why is I'm trying to do it now? It's going to be hard. Silly, tears, family, special time, festival, aura, uncontrollable, cute, hair, cheeks, romance, grief, pain, hurt, skipping, smile, fear, cage, fluffy, loud, lipstick, embrace, laugh, vibrance, clumsy, anger, peace, anger. Oh, you anger. Oh, we're so good. Okay, we'll just finish this with ocean adventure, imagination, play, empty, childhood, bubbles, depression. Okay, this is a weird poem, but okay. Echo, fancy meeting you here. Aha, what a coincidence, huh? Seriously speaking though, I'm happy to see you back. I would have been disappointed if you ran away on us. I enjoyed myself last time, so why wouldn't I come back? True enough. Feel free to make yourself at home before we start on our club activity. Yeah, will do. Yep, I'm back here. Joy and I were the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. I'm so glad to see you again. Who knew something so simple would born so much thanks? First market, are you? No, it might be overwhelmed to be thrown into a new hobby so suddenly, much less an organized center around that hobby. So don't hesitate to let me know if you ever need any help. Or any other club member for that matter. That is to say, feel free to speak to any of us for assistance. Right, thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Don't worry though, it's not like I've never read anything before. I even remember how to write a poem for today, if you believe it. Well, we'll believe it when we see it. Hey, it's not like I need to have a university degree to write a poem. It's just like another school assignment, although it might be a little new to me, it's not that hard. It's not that hard to write a bad poem, you mean? She got me there. And that's why I never said I wrote a good one. So most of me seemingly pleased I'm not offended by her teasing. Well, good is often subjective when it comes to subjects like these. I'm sure you did fine. Well, thanks for the vote of confidence. Try not to overhype my work though. If you keep the expectation low, you'll never be disappointed. Besides, I bet this first extracurriculums I've done since he started school. So extra work's probably really foreign to him. Again, it's not wrong, but you just don't say it like that. Hey, you're being fairly harsh. Echo, what would you say your main hobbies are? Put me on the spot here. I know I'm playing into teasing right now, but yeah, I spend a lot of my time playing video games and watching anime. And that's all you need to know. That's a bit rich from coming from someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. Oh, splatters your heart. Looks like a certain somebody knows how to dish it out but can't take it. Manga's literature. Swiftly defeated and plops back in his seat. Don't worry, guys. He always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He's always been there when I need it. When we were kids, he'd always be around to help with stuff. Are you two childhood friends? Lastly, despite a cheery reflection of our childhood memories just then, Yuri questioned your mind that we haven't spent much time together in a long time. We've known each other for a while, haven't we? We smile at each other. I'm really hoping we can use this to reconnect the club. Just a history of another. I can imagine you said much together. You could say, would you believe Sayori is still as clumsy now as she was 10 years ago? Hey, me, that's not true. Oh, need I tell you about that time you tried to cook lunch and almost set your house on fire? Try to... Hey, me, that's not true. Oh, need I tell you about the time you tried to cook lunch and almost set the house on fire? The face still pink and rushes to interrupt me. Anyway, I'm sure two of you could be just as good as friends. After all, we're all in the literature club now. Yeah, looking forward to it. You looks hopeful hearing this, although I cannot help but wonder. Given the maturity and intelligence she carries so eloquently, how her passion for reading is much stronger than my own, will it be a teacher so franks? Still worth a try. Yay. Oh, Yuri's even brought you something today, you know. Wait, sorry. Me? It's not much really. Don't be shy, it's really nothing. Whatever it is, I'm sure I'll like it. What is it, Yuri? Sorry, made it sound like it's a super big deal when it's really not. I was going to wait and give you an appropriate time, but... Oops, I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. Nah, I ruined the surprise. The two looked down... What is that word? Dolefully down? I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so this is a pleasant surprise to me. Okay, so this is, at the moment, this is very basic-ish. This is very similar to the base game. Apart from a few changes, it's very similar. Just knowing that you went through the effort to get me something makes me feel welcome. No matter what it is, I'm sure it'll make me happy. Is that so? Of course, thank you for being considerate. You're welcome. It's the least I could do. Anyway, if that's the case, here it is. Reaching back and pull out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. It does look similar to your child's background indeed. Yeah, well, this was one of my main games before I did. This is my main game before I did Coffee Talk, and it is up there with one of my favorites. I really like it. You know, you could discuss it if you want. But this, how is this accidentally being so nice? She even picked up a book that thinks about light, despite me not reading much. Maybe then I'm abruptly cut off by Natsuki. You didn't want him to feel left out? What's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to say that he doesn't like my books or something? Because that's not true. He freaking loves manga, just like me, right? It looks like another Yuri Natsuki. Everyone's cropping up again. I see you. Oh, hello, Monica. What? How do you see me? Oh no. Breaking the fourth wall, I see. That's a good pastime. It looks like another Yuri Natsuki argument is popping up again. I glance over to Yuri to find a variety of different emotions running over her face. She seems conflicted between standing up for herself and backing down to keep the peace. After a beat, she opens her mouth to speak, her resolve strengthened. Natsuki, that's not what I meant to say at all. I was simply referring to the fact that Echo may not have much time in literature collection himself, given that he has said that he's not a reader. Giving him a book is a totally different genre would benefit him in broadening his knowledge of the literary world. Yuri's sudden appearance seemed to notice that all eyes were on her. I apologize if I worded that harshly. No, you're fine. While I do like manga, I think that I do me well to read different things once in a while. Seeming to sense that she can't win the argument, as she almost visibly backs down, her outspoken nature really does make up for her physical small stature. Whatever. Natsuki. Guys, let's stop fighting. Everyone has their own super good taste in literature, so we can't keep arguing over it. I'll enjoy everyone's recommendations equally as much. After all, you all get all smart and definitely more experienced in literature than me. I'm just going to say that I wasn't trying to attack you or whatever. It's just there are a lot of people who judge manga without even giving it a read themselves. But yeah, I guess that's the closure we'll get from an apology. And with that, the tension in the club slowly dissipates. It feels as though everyone in the room was holding in their breath till now. Yuri slowly hands me a copy of the book she's holding. Well, thanks Yuri. You're welcome, you should read it at your own pace. Look forward to hear what you think. After each pause, the girls move on to their own things. Man, I seem to be a harbinger of awkwardness when it comes to Natsuki and Yuri. Now that everyone's settled in, I want to kick off club scheduled activities for the club, like the poetry thing. I already steered myself for the critique I'll probably be receiving, but it seems that we have some downtime before then. Yeah, well, it looks like it won't be just immediately get it over with. What are the others doing? Sayori and Mac had a cheery conversation in the corner, probably discussing club matters given their president and vice president. As expected, Yuri's face is buried in a book. I can't but help to notice intense expression like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. A few huffs of annoyance sound from her direction every once in a while. Everyone seems to be doing their own thing today. Natsuki's rummaging in the cupboard and Yuri's sitting by herself, silently engrossed in a book. Meanwhile, Monica and Yuri seem to be talking amicably about something. I'm not really in the mood to read anything. I slump down into the nearest desk, closing my eyes and end up listening to their conversation. The problem with literature is that it doesn't sound particularly exciting. Plus, people have their own pre-concerns about what the club will be like. I'm a bit worried they all will assume we're all pretentious and haughty. Yeah, it's a real shame that people can't look past their assumptions. Still, I'm confident we can come up with something. We can't just give up this festival. It's a real chance to show everyone what literature is about. After all, we have a variety here, so everyone's poems and writing styles are so different. Natsuki loves manga, Yuri's into horror, and there should be something here for everyone, you know? Agreed. I'm glad everyone has such different tastes. It really helps bring the club to life. That's exactly what we want everyone to see. We need to find a way of showing how literature can be something that stands out and appeals to their creative sides. That doesn't solve the problem though. Huh? What do you mean? Well, even if we do come up with the most fun thing ever... Oh, who turned off the light though? Our Carter's closed his eyes. I don't think that'll come in the first place if it's just a literature event. But I think it's more important to figure out how to get people interested in the first place, right? And once they're here, we can do whatever to appeal to their creative sides. Now this head is what I haven't seen before. He's really taken it seriously and given it a lot of thought. Excellent point. Where would I be without my vice president? Okay, do you think food will get the job done? I can practically see his face lighten up even though I have my eyes closed. Food, what kind? You like the idea, huh? And I was thinking cupcakes. Natsuki would love that. Good thinking. Your cupcakes are so good. That works out perfectly. That's why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Seriously, they help me write. Okay, cupcakes will do. This talk about food just makes me hungry. Anyway, don't forget we still have to sort out the details of the festival itself. I tune out the rest of the conversation as tiredness takes a stronger hold on me. Sayori still herself, bubbly and goofy, but I guess some people never change. It brings a smile to my face. I was surprised to see her so dedicated. I remember her as the kind of person who just improvises things. Kinda like me, actually. Well, I didn't expect to see Sayori's face, but taking up my vision when I opened my eyes. I nearly fell out of my chair. Wake up, sleepyhead. Jeez, you scared me. Sorry. Hang on, I'm not sorry at all. Why were you napping? This is the literature club, not the napping club. Wait, our school has a napping club? Hey, don't go and change the subject, mister. The others won't like it if they catch you sleeping, you know. Oh, I'm accidentally saving. Don't want to do that. I don't want you getting in trouble. That's right. You've not changed one bit. You always used to look out for me. Back when we used to hang out. I remember that. Do you remember that time when we went on the bike ride to the park? Feels like such a long time ago. Yeah, I think I do actually. It was in the summer you're talking. By the time I fell off my bike and hurt my knee, right? Man, I can fix her. Yeah, hopefully. We all like to think that, but that is a very difficult thing. Yep, that one. You were in a lot of pain, but you tried to act like it was no big deal. You were so silly I had to go and get a band-aid. That memory makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. The fact I could tell straight away which one she was talking about makes me wonder if we had a physical bond or something. Good times, good times. By the way, did you know you have a bit of tough paste on your collar? Yeah, no I didn't. She nervously picks the sting of her hand. As I stand up, I get close and look at her. Wait a sec. Your collar is also sticking up a bit. Your hair doesn't look brushed either. Were you in a rush this morning? I reached up my arms, fingered down the messy out of the hair in a vain attempt to straighten it out. Hair's really soft and smells faintly of cinnamon. I'm probably making this work. You really need a brush. No, I don't. My hair is just naturally like this. Okay, maybe it isn't, but it's super hard to get it right. I give up with her hair and try to wipe up the stain with my finger. Much like the hair, I'm not having any luck. Come on, you can't fool me. I might not have seen much of you over there, but I can still know you. I still know you. I can tell when you've been in a rush. People wouldn't even notice these things. They would, they just wouldn't say anything because they don't want to embarrass you. I get the stain and look at the blazer. But luckily for you, I'm not bothered about that. Also, why don't you keep your blazer buttoned up? Yeah, she's right. It was too stuffy last time I tried. This side I stopped buttoning it up. Hey, this one's from the basic game. Yeah, this is funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird is that friend who does these things. I feel now she thinks that this situation is a little suggestive. My hands are very close to her. Ah, come on, get it together. You're just helping a friend out. Don't say that. There's nothing weird about this, if you say so. It's okay though. Happy people like this. It makes me feel like nothing has really changed. Don't you think? Ah, yeah, I guess. Why is this button so hard to close? Hey, be careful. This is impossible. This thing even fit you properly. It did when I bought it. You know, if you actually buttoned it, you would have realized sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. Wait, what's so funny? Yeah, it means I got big. How on earth am I meant to reply to that? Jeez. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look better now. Your button's up. That is weird. Ugh, it's so stuffy. I told you. She quickly unbuttons it. There goes all my hard work. Much better. Thank you for doing that. Even though I preferred unbuttoned, it was really thoughtful of you to do that. Even though you were a bit of a meanie. I do try, you know. Yeah, sorry. This one was best. Just try to give yourself a bit more time in the mornings, okay? Only if you promise to stop napping in the club. I laughed, she got me there. It's a deal. Okay, everyone. Like Teddy calls out, why don't we share poems we wrote now? Yay. Can't wait to read yours. Don't expect too much. By the way, you did remember the right one, right? Don't worry, I'm not that much of a slacker. I got it right here in my bag. Out from a bag. I rifle from my bag some stray papers to pull out on the page I wrote them on. While I can't help but feel a little nervous, I have to admit that I'm excited now. Talking to everyone is really calming. I'm just eager to share my poem. After all, judging by each of the personalities, I doubt anyone would say anything nasty about it. Well, Natsuki, I don't know if she'd be unduly harsh, though she seems to be the type of person who enjoys ribbing on a friend. Either way, I hope they realise that I put work into it. I figured it'd only be fair to repay their warm welcome by showing effort in club activities. Now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out the poems. Sayori on a wrinkled sheet of loose paper torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a neat black composite notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I got Sayori. And as you must come for someone sorry first. She's my good friend after all. Ooh, wow. This is so good. Seriously, is this your first time writing a poem? Huh? It's not that good, jeez. Seriously, it is. I love that I had no idea you were such a good poet. So you're reacting, it's really nothing special. Trust me, it is. How did you write it? What do you mean? Like, what did you think while you wrote this? This is gonna sound a bit weird, but yeah. Both of you? Give me a brief look of displeased pink blush on cheeks. Me? Yeah, hey, it's not like in a weird way or anything. I just thought the words that reminded me of you. I went along with that. Just kind of felt natural that way, I guess. Well, if it works, it works. Like, this club is really the best place for you. But I'm glad you liked it. Good to know. I'm not totally got off my head here. Maybe from not saying anything, there's a few moments of odd silence. Sayori. She jumped slightly. Sorry. I'm just not used to seeing you around, that's all. Having a club writing poems is lovely though. This takes a little to get used to. That's understandable. I'm a bit surprised myself. But I'm enjoying it here so far. That's good to hear. You want to read mine now? Not very good though. Only one way to find out. Okay, this is the one. Dear sunshine, the way you glow from my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. It gives me more fire to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. Is this you good? But I want to trust you too. If it was for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Well, what do you think? I hesitate as I answer. It's not that it's a bad poem, in fact it was great. I'm just really inexperienced with poetry, especially feedback. It's really you. What's that supposed to mean? As the poetry reminds me of you. It made me feel really good inside. Really? Yeah, I had no idea what to expect. It's my first time reading your poetry. But the way it's written, I don't know, it feels wholesome and cheery. Like you are. I also like the last line. Trust of all the people include breakfast in the poem somehow. Yeah, I was eating when I wrote. Stop speaking with me. She actually let something slip. Oh, so you wrote this poem this morning? No. Well, maybe. I forgot to write it last night. Well, at least we know where your inspiration comes from. Eggs and toast. Well, I suppose it sounds silly, but it works. But it isn't silly. Either way, thanks for showing me your poem. It was really good. Happy you think so. Anyway, next time I won't forget. Tomorrow's poem will be even better. I'll hold you to that. Actually, I think we'll call it there for today, because it's about 25 past 10. It's getting a bit late. And my throat is starting to get a bit thingy, because I did a lot. I was a bit late to start today, because I was busy doing other things. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. This was Doki Doki Blue Skies. We're going to be doing more of this in the upcoming weekend, and we'll do more tomorrow. Till next time, yeah, till next time. We'll do more tomorrow because tomorrow is Saturday. I will do more tomorrow. Sunday, I will be doing CFP Sunday again. Whether that's by myself or with my mate, I don't know. I don't know what he's up to. We're supposed to be streaming this week, but I haven't heard anything about that. So we'll see. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope I see you next time. Hey, goodbye. Have a good night. Because it is that time. It's over late.